a new series. My name is Riella, and today we are going to be playing Pixel Piracy. We're going to start a new game. This is a game I've been playing a lot in my spare time, as you can see. I've got a save right here. We're going to be doing a new data slot. We're going to be doing a whole new thing. We're going to change the captain name, of course, to me, Riella. Yay! The world, we'll do Cobblandia because I'm Riella Cobb. That's not how you say Cobbland. No, that is Cobblandia. That's fine. Campaign mode. What other modes do we have? Arena mode. Let's do campaign mode. Starting a whole new game. Like I said, I've been playing this a lot in my spare time. This is a game that Frog-Legged has given me. So thank you very much, Frog-Legged. It is a nice game. Lots of fun. Good time waster. Oh, okay. What do you think about Cobblandia? It's sickening, filled with pirates, monsters, and hardships. You have to deal with monsters. Fascinating, an intriguing assortment of inhabitants roam the land. There's mystery. Unpleasant, a province filled with dire corners and unrelenting troubles. There's drama. Let's go with monsters. I feel like we need some monsters up in here because monsters are the way to go. Totally forgot to turn off the sound on my phone, so we're going to do that real quick. And totally forgot to set my timer, so we're going to do that real quick. Because as a professional, and this is how I roll. Alright, what is the most recent event that happened in the land? A great war tore the populace apart. There are more ship encounters. A plague that killed many innocent. There's plague. A very rare comet flyby brought along bad omens, long dangerous nights. Let's do with more ship encounters. Okay, how do you remember your father? He was a brave captain. His name was David Phelps. Falcon Blade. I'm assuming that's a type of sword. He was a lazy alcoholic known as Hork the Flatulent. I get an extra starting pirate. And he was a cowardly sailor that went by the name of Boris. I get 20 extra gold. I'm going to go ahead and go with the starting the pirate. Not to mention Hork the Flatulent is kind of a fun way of doing it. Okay, morale and hunger settings. Hard, normal, or easy. Recommended for new players. This is what I'm doing in my current world, and it's actually hard to keep morale and hunger loss and all that. So we're going to go ahead and go with normal. Okay, knockback settings. The knockback settings are actually probably the worst thing for your pirates. Most of my pirates died because of these knockback settings. They get knocked into the water, and if they don't know how to swim, they just drown. And what kind of pirate doesn't know how to swim? Apparently all of them to start. So we're actually going to do easy. Don't tell anyone. I don't want to do it hard. I'm female. Thank you for asking. Is that how I look? No, change the look. Can we change manually? Customize. What happened? I guess that's how we look. Alright, that's fine. Whatever. Your mission is to defeat the 4 legendary pirates. Peter Sund, Gottfried, Svartholm, Aaron Schwartz, and Tim Berners-Lee. Only then you can call yourself the most fearsome pirate in the world. Excellent. Begin the game. Okay. So we start off on an island. We have an extra pirate in this particular version. You can customize it a little bit in the beginning. This is a little bit about how to maneuver. You do the WASD to go back and forth. You can go up a little bit and down. To move your captain, it's left mouse button. And my captain knows, yeah, there she is. She's blonde and she's angry looking, but that's fine, whatever. So you can move her that way. You can move your crew by right-clicking, but you have to select. See, ship crew? It's unselected, selected. So now I can right-click and that little exclamation and my crew member moves. If I hit the space bar, I access the menu, and I can have, access any of these settings here. So I have your crew. It gives me a summary of everyone in my crew, of course. Animals, if I have any animals that are my pets, which I don't at the moment. World map, we'll look at that here in a little bit, because that's how we'll be getting around. Ship setup, we have a ship. We do have a starter ship. This is it. It's a very, very basic ship, nothing fancy at all. These are watermelons right here. Each watermelon has 2 servings, so we have 4 servings of food currently on our ship. We don't have any blocks to build with to start, so it's just, this is all we've got. Okay. And then we have settings where I can set sound. You have to double click sometimes. Sound effects, motion blur, and all that fun stuff. Load any game that I want, and then of course exit. The only problem, and we may come across this in this particular series, is the saving is kind of weird. It says the game won't save if you are sailing or if you have a ship encounter, but it also won't always save when you land on an island and interact with things. If you land on an island and buy a bunch of stuff and interact with a bunch of people, and then go to save again, or go to reopen your game, it doesn't always keep it. So we start off here at this particular island. I don't know the name of it yet. I don't think it really matters. But we have different buildings and different shops that we can interact with. And this first one here is the tavern. And in the tavern, we can, of course, drink and chat and sing shanties. And it's really good for your crew morale if you can get them to a town with a tavern and they can go in and hang out. This is also the place where you can hire more crew, is any of these taverns here. Of course, you can see by the red hire button and the price here, and then my amount of gold here. I do not have enough money to buy any of these or hire any of these guys. I can also sell, I can kick Hork, who is my it's funny because Hork the Flatulent was my father, and apparently I have a crew member named Hork. I wonder if that actually is my father. I don't know. You could, I mean, you pick male and female here. The default seems to be male, of course. So it will refer to my character as male, despite the fact that I've told it it's, you know, female. There will be characters with female names that are referred to as male, that sort of thing. So it's a little interesting how that works. This is where we buy food here, all the different food shops. This is going to be my favorite place, personally, because this is where you buy the different skill books. Press spacebar to interact. Okay, so these are different books that you can use to teach your different little guys different things. You teach them how to do any of these above. And of course, you buy the book, and then you can give them the skill based on how many points they earn through experience. They level up, and each time they level up, they get points. So I'm actually going to go ahead and buy cleaning. And I will show you why here in a little bit. It's worth the income. We don't have much money to start with, but it's totally worth it. This is a ship store. You can buy different things to put on your ship, which of course we can't afford any of it right now. Well, I guess we could afford some of it, but we'll actually get more. And again, I'll show you how we get that. Okay, so we're actually gonna go sailing. So we're gonna go here. I'm gonna left click to get my get my captain up here. I'm gonna make sure my ship crew is selected. I'm gonna right click to get Hork. Come along, Hork. And they're gonna make their way slowly across the island. They are not the quickest people. You can actually speed them up in some ways. Again, we'll get into all that later. But for now, they're just a little slow. And then they go ahead and they rappel over. Because they cannot swim at this point in time. Neither of them can swim. If they land in the water, they are dead. And see that right there? My captain pooped. That is a big old pile of poop. Just hanging out, and it will sit there. Let's see, first mate did it too. Yep, and it will sit there for as long as they're there, and the morale will actually decrease morale as it goes. The way to get rid of that is actually if I can click on my captain here. Now, how come Hork is first if I'm the captain? I don't get it. But if I click on, this is my screen here. Okay, so this is my crew. Sorry, I'm going a little fast. This is obviously why I don't have everybody hired here. This is all the possible spaces that you have. You can't, if you click on it where it says hire, you can't actually hire anybody from the screen. You have to go into the tavern. I do have a little medal, I'm assuming means I'm captain, but then again there's a little medal here. I don't know, my name's in yellow, maybe that's what it means. But if you click on the character, this is the screen you can interact with. You can pay the salary, you can pay all the salary. See, Hork requires, that's her salaries too. And it says he. So this is a little bit about the character. These are 3 different characteristics. Each of your pirates have 3 separate characteristics. Sometimes those characteristics will affect the strengths and weaknesses and that sort of thing here. It's not really weaknesses, but this is strength, vitality, intelligence, dexterity, agility, and luck. And then these are the traits that are involved with each. So if you increase dexterity, they get extra damage and extra hit points percent. I'm not sure what that means, the hit percent per se. But I know dexterity helps with damage and mitigating the damage. Agility, they can dodge better, they can move speed. See, -1, that's why Hork is so slow, the move speed. And that's how you fix the speed, is when she starts leveling up. I'm going to refer to her as, Hork may be a male name, but I'm going to refer to her as a she. To me, for some reason, it's a female name. I don't know why. Don't ask questions. So, but if you increase her agility, add points to her agility, that will increase her move speed, and that will help. Here is her weapon. If you hover over it, it gives you all the information. If you click on it, you can see anything that may be in your inventory. We don't have anything yet. Same thing with ranged weapons. Nothing in our inventory yet. Passive equipment. If you click passive equipment, you'll see here we have 1 book that says TP needed. I think that's like a tech point is kind of how I refer to it. This teaches my pirate how to clean. So once we have TP, once we have tech points from leveling up, right now Horka's a level 2. She has 0 experience. She has 39 hit points, 500 hunger, 532 morale, decent morale. It says he is snotty. This pirate is very stuck up. He is muscular. The man kicks like a mule and can wrestle a horse to the ground, which is why the strength is so high. That does affect the strength here. He was a druid. He would like to make magic potions for many ungrateful townsmen who squandered its miraculous use on beating armor-clad men into the dirt for no reason. So, I don't know what that affects. Maybe intelligence? I don't know. If you increase their intelligence, it says here you get extra XP. So every time you level up, you get extra experience. And that extra experience, or maybe it's not when you level up, but the extra experience increases. You have to, once you get full experience, then you level up, which gives you TP. I'm not entirely sure how it works. It just seems to be the way it goes. But we're learning as we go. You have a basic attack. Can use basic melee attacks, +1 damage per level. So, and then our captain here, Riella. See, it says, even though I picked a she in the beginning and asks me my gender, it does he. He is depressive. For whatever the cause, this pirate is down in the dumps constantly. Oh, that's sad. He is a chubby man. He has at least 4 love handles. Also very sad. He was a rustler, a simple cattle thief by trade. He was caught and had a bounty placed on his head. I'm not a very nice person. I guess somebody raised by a pirate named Hork the Flatulent, you know, that's kind of not surprising, but yeah, that's wow. I'm not fabulous. I have issues. Strength sucks. Vitality and intelligence are okie dokie, not great. Dexterity is terrible. Agility is terrible. But look at my luck. I got decent luck to start off with, anyway. Starting off with a cutlass, of course. Ranged weapon. You can also change your crew, what group they belong to. So this comes into play later when you have multiple people. You can also choose whether or not they can grapple. In other words, rappel back and forth from ship to ship or from ship to island, just like we did to get on the boat. Whether or not they can use cannons. Again, this is later on. And whether or not we can retreat. I'm actually going to tell my captain, yes, retreat if you need to retreat, because if my captain dies, the game is over. So we're not going to let Hork retreat unless we tell her to. But you know, Riella, the captain, she needs to retreat when she needs to retreat. So let's go ahead and start our first mission before the end of this episode, because I'm talking a lot. We're going to go to the world map. I have to click it again sometimes. Here we go. And this is what we have. We have a town, which is what we're currently at as a town. We have another town, which is beneficial because that's where you can buy things and hire people and whatnot, but you don't really get any gold off of it. The only way to get gold is to go to an island or to go to a pirate, do a pirate encounter. And actually, the pirate encounters are the best places to get gold. You seem to get more money that way. You don't seem to get as much as you do with an island, but it's not quite as dangerous to go to an island, I think, than it is to go to a pirate encounter. So we're going to start off slowly by going onto an island. Okay, and it asks me after every time whether or not I want to save the game. I'm always going to say yes, so I'm going to try to cut some of that out because you don't need to see every time it asks me to save a game. So I will try to cut those out so you don't have to see it every time. I'm always saving. So like I said, the game doesn't always save per se. It's a little annoying. Sometimes I will go back in time a bit. A couple of times it's come into my favor because I've lost crew members and then it's gone back in time and oh, they're back. But then again, it's also kind of annoying when you set the weapons for, 15 different people and then you come back in and all the weapons are back the way they were. And it's kind of a pain. So we've arrived at the island and this is what we see. We have this guy here and yeah, there's nothing here. Oh, there's a boar. Okay, so sometimes on the island you get different enemies. And one of these enemies is a wild boar who's actually pretty difficult. So I'm going to right click here and I'm going to send my first mate first to go here. She's not my first mate yet, but I'm calling her that. The boar is probably going to run an attack. Yeah, here it is. And then I'm going to send the captain not far behind. Because like I said, if you lose, at this point in time, if I lose the captain, I lose everything. Oh, and I clicked, this is the drag action, attack, choose your target who you want to kill. So I clicked it and dragged it and put it on the boar. And that's how my first mate knew to go after the boar. The boar was going towards her anyway, so eventually she was gonna have to interact with it and defend herself and try killing it. But this just kind of gave her, like, this is what your goal is, this is what you're going for, so excellent. And we're gonna watch very slowly as they kind of kill the pig, and sometimes you get various drops from the pig. Wow, and their health is taking quite a beating. Oh, don't fall in the water. If the pig falls in the water, yeah, pig is dead, fell in the water. But that also means if it has any drops, we can't get the drops. Don't go after it, Hork. Come here. In fact, Hork, you go back to the ship because there's nothing more you can do. You're just gonna get in the way. We can go access this chest here by bringing our captain this way. Our captain really needs to regen her health. And then we click on our interact here. Interact near captain, chest, interactables, etc. So you just click on it. I will often hit, you run over it to collect items, and it tells you what you collected here. And when we have the tetra bush, see the wording? Usually in the center of these islands, there is something, some sort of entity that you can interact with, sometimes good, sometimes bad. In this case, I know it's good. We get tetra leaves, or excuse me, tobacco leaves. So the tetra bush gives us tobacco leaves. We can also kill the turtles. I don't like killing all the animals, but sometimes they have very important drops. And sometimes our captain forgets, and you have to kind of remind her, like, hey, no, you're supposed to be attacking this. Oh, in fact, maybe we shouldn't kill the turtle. It might not be a good, yeah, okay, no, abort, don't kill the turtle. The turtle might kill us. Abort. Okay, that was not so good. All right, yeah, that didn't work. Evil turtle. All right, maybe we'll come back to this island and kill the turtles, because sometimes you can get something very, very good with them. All right, so there's nothing more what we can do on this island, so we're actually going to go back to our world map. We are going to either select another island. We have 2 islands to pick. As you can see, we can't see any of these other guys. We can get a skill that will allow us to see more of the map. At this point in time, we can really only see what's immediately around us and base everything we know off of that. I think I'm actually going to go to the town because I need an opportunity to heal. And if I mouse over the town that I have already explored, it does show the name of the town, what level it is, whether or not it's explored. This is Kid Valley. How many people are on it? Population 14. And then you can also see it has a tavern, it has food, it has skills, and it has ships. So if I need any of these items, I can mouse over and I can see, oh, that's where I need to go. So I do like to explore the towns even if I don't necessarily have the money to buy anything right away. Because number 1, we have the opportunity to sail. And number 2, I'm going to have to learn not to talk during that save screen because otherwise I can't edit it out. Despite the fact that I just said I would. But it's good for later use to be able to pick where I want to go. It makes it much easier when you have to find items later. And we can increase sailing speed later on. We can do all of that. And this is how long, over in the right hand corner, this is how long we have left to go to sail. And then hopefully we will level up. I didn't notice if we leveled up or not. But you'll see our health is slowly regenning, which is what I wanted. You can see it says stock 2. That means how many watermelons we have. Whenever we land in a town, all of our crew will immediately go over that way. See, let me show you on the crew real quick. Your crew. Hork has better vitality. Oh no, we have the same vitality. We should be regenning at the same rate, but I don't know why we're not. Anyway, neither of us have leveled up yet. We're still at level 2. We still have 0 TPs, so neither of us can learn how to clean. That's going to become an issue very quickly because that will actually reduce our ability to generate, whatchamacallit? Sorry, I'm trying to, it's a little bit late at night, I'm trying to think. That will, our ability to level up and it will lower morality because of the poo. The poo is not fun to be around and it will eventually decrease. We can kill these crabs. They have very interesting thing. My captain can't really do it, so I'm probably gonna tell Hork. There, Hork, go kill that. Go kill it, Hork. Go forth and kill. Let's see if Hork actually does. No, Hork's gonna totally ignore. All right, Hork, whatever. So here we have ships, we have weapons, and we have food. That's the only thing that we have available. We have crabs, which will actually be very good, except for the fact that I have no health and I don't really want to attack them. So, anyway, yeah. I've generated some health. I'm up to 33 instead of 23. Maybe if I just hang out here for a little while, I'll generate health. I'm gonna go ahead and do that, in fact. I'll generate a little bit of health, and I'll go ahead and say goodbye here. So this has been the first episode of Puzzle Pirates. Hopefully people like it, because I do certainly enjoy the game, and I'd like to continue the series, at least for a little while. Hopefully until I die, and hopefully I die not immediately. If I die immediately, I'll probably continue it on. I'm looking at all the people, what there is to see. So yeah, anyway, thanks everyone for watching. My name is Riella, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.